Hello student, good morning. How are you today? Alright, I hope you always fine and everything is okay, right? Because in this pandemic, we always have to keep healthy, right? Okay. Before we start our lesson today, let's pray together. Finish. Well, my name is Yolanda Bella Crescentia, and you can call me Miss Yola. And last week, we have learned about there is and there are, right? Do you still remember? Okay, that's good. But today, we will learn about the new material. But before we start our lesson today, let's take a look at this picture first. What do you see from the first picture? That's great. From the first picture, we can see 2 chairs. And what about the next one? Exactly, we can see 1 table. And what about the next? That's great, we can see a bowl of rice. And what about the last one? That's really good, we can see a glass of water. So based on the picture you have seen before, do you know about the difference? So the difference is the picture 1 and 2, there are 2 chairs and 1 table is countable noun atau benda yang bisa dihitung jumlahnya. Karena kursi dan meja adalah benda yang bisa dihitung jumlahnya. While the third and fourth picture, which a bowl of rice and a glass of water, is uncountable noun atau kata benda yang tidak bisa dihitung jumlahnya. Karena nasi dan juga air adalah benda yang tidak bisa dihitung jumlahnya. Right? Did you get it? Okay, so based on the 4 picture you have seen before, can you guess what we will learn today? That's great! Today we will learn about countable and uncountable noun. Well, in this lesson, there are 4 lesson objectives. The first, students have to be able to identify the use of countable nouns and uncountable nouns. And then the second one, there is students have to be able to understand noun which include into countable nouns or uncountable nouns. And then the third one, there is students have to be able to identify countable noun and uncountable noun correctly. And then the last one, there is students have to be able to identify the use of some, any, much, many, a few, a little, and also a lot of. And now, let's move to the main material. Are you ready? Alright, good. Well, the first one, there is countable noun atau kata benda yang bisa dihitung. Countable nouns are used for things that we can count with numbers. And to ask question about countable noun, we can use how many. And these are the example of countable nouns. We can see door, dog, cat, hat, hand, eye, ear, hand, window, and etc. And the next one, we can see there is uncountable noun atau kata benda yang tidak bisa dihitung jumlahnya. Uncountable nouns are used for things that we cannot count with numbers. It is because the object of uncountable noun is too small to be counted. And to ask question about uncountable noun, we can use how much. Karena jumlahnya tidak bisa dihitung sehingga kita harus menggunakan much. And these are the example of uncountable nouns. We can see there are water, oil, air, dust, cheese, food, music, garbage, fire, and etc. And now we also will learn about the use of some, any, much, any, a few, a little, and also a lot of. And now let's take a look at the first one. The first one, we will learn about the difference of some and any. Some and any are used for uncountable noun atau kata benda yang tidak bisa dihitung, dan juga for countable noun atau kata benda yang bisa dihitung. But the difference is some used for positive sentence. For example, I have some cheese. Cheese here is uncountable noun. Karena cheese tidak bisa dihitung jumlahnya. So we have to use some. Because the sentence is positive. So we can use I have some cheese. And then the second example, we can see I have some spoons. And this is countable noun. Karena spoon bisa dihitung jumlahnya. Yaitu di sini jumlahnya lebih dari 1 karena menggunakan S di belakangnya. And also, in this second example, also in positive sentence. And then the next one, there is any. Any is used for negative sentence and also interrogative sentence. For example, we can take a look to these examples. The first, we can see that I don't have any information. And this is uncountable noun. Information here is uncountable karena jumlahnya tidak bisa dihitung. And also, this sentence is negative, so we have to use any. And then the second example, we can see I don't have any books. Books here is countable noun karena buku bisa dihitung jumlahnya. And this sentence is also a negative sentence, so we have to use any. And then the next example, there is, do you have any question? Question here is countable noun karena pertanyaan bisa dihitung jumlahnya sehingga bisa ditambahkan dengan S di belakangnya. Nah, dan ini adalah contoh untuk kalimat tanya yang menggunakan any. But if we want to express about offering something atau request, we have to use some. For example, would you like some coffee? Some coffee di sini berarti sebuah penawaran. While the second example is, may I ask you some question? May adalah bentuk dari request atau permintaan. Jadi harus menggunakan some. Jadi di sini contohnya seperti some question. Did you get it? Alright, good. And then the next one, there are much and many. Much and many memiliki arti banyak. But the difference is, much is used for uncountable nouns, while many is used for countable nouns. For more clear, we can take a look to this example. The first one, this is the example for many. We can see they have many cars in the garage. Cars is countable nouns, so we have to use many. And then the next one, there are example for much. We can see, I have much food in the kitchen. Food here is uncountable noun, karena makanan di sini jumlahnya banyak dan tidak bisa dihitung karena terdiri dari berbagai jenis. So we have to use much. And then the next example, there is, she has much money in the wallet. Money is uncountable noun karena uang tidak bisa dihitung jumlahnya. Sehingga kita harus menggunakan much. And then the next one, there are a few and also a little. A few and a little memiliki arti sedikit. But the difference is, for a few is used for countable noun, while a little is used for uncountable noun. And now we can take a look to this example. The first one, we can see there is a few men in the park. Men here is countable noun karena men di sini adalah bentuk jamak dari men atau yang menggunakan a. Jadi kita harus menggunakan a few karena countable noun atau benda yang bisa dihitung jumlahnya. And then the second one, there is, I bought a few apples in the market. Apples here is also countable noun karena apel jumlahnya bisa dihitung dengan angka. And then the next example, there is, I need a little help. Help di sini adalah uncountable karena bantuan tidak bisa dihitung dengan angka. so we have to use a little. And then the next one there is a lot of. A lot of memiliki arti banyak. A lot of can be used for uncountable noun atau kata benda yang tidak bisa dihitung, and also for countable noun atau kata benda yang bisa dihitung. A lot of juga bisa digunakan untuk kata benda tunggal atau singular atau yang jumlahnya hanya ada satu, dan juga bisa digunakan untuk kata benda plural atau jamak atau yang jumlahnya lebih dari satu. From these examples we can see there are a lot of birds in the zoo. Birds here is countable karena burung bisa dihitung jumlahnya, right? Well, the next example is I see a lot of cotton in the box. Cotton is uncountable noun karena kapas jumlahnya tidak bisa dihitung. Did you get it? That's really great. And now let's do the exercise together. Let's start with number 1. I have blah 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 friends here. Which one is true? Some or any? That's really good. The best answer is some. And then what about number 2? I don't have blah 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 sisters. Which one is true? Some atau any? That's great. The best answer is any karena menggunakan kalimat negatif. And what about number 3? My brother has blah 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 toys in the house. Which one is true? Many or much? That's really good. The best answer is many. And what about number 4? You put blah 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 sugar in your coffee. Which one is true? Many atau much? Yeah, that's great. The best answer is much. Karena gula atau sugar tidak bisa dihitung. So we have to use much. And what about the last one? They saw blah 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 animals in the zoo. Which one is true? Much or a lot of? That's really great. The best answer is a lot of. Today, we have learned about countable and uncountable nouns, right? Well, countable nouns are used for things that we can count with numbers, while uncountable nouns are used for things that we cannot count with numbers because the object is too small to be counted. So for some and any, it can be used for countable noun and also uncountable noun. And the next one, there are much and many. And then the next one, there are a few and also a little. Well, that's all our material today. Thank you for your attention. Tetap jaga kesehatan kalian dan tetap semangat belajar ya. See you!